Hey guys, it's midweek check-in time, and today I am thinking all about spiritual gifts, and here's why. Our reading for Tuesday in our Lectio Divina is out of Acts. It's 11:27 through 30. It says this: During that time, some prophets came down from Jerusalem to Antioch. One of them, named Agabus, stood up and through the Spirit predicted that a severe famine would spread over the entire Roman world. This happened during the reign of Claudius. The disciples, each according to his ability, decided to provide help for the brothers living in Judea. This they did, sending their gifts to the elders by Barnabas and Saul. Now, in this situation, I'm guessing some of those gifts were food and money and provision, right? But I also believe that here we are talking about spiritual gifts, things that these guys had the ability to do. They were empowered by the Holy Spirit to do. And it kind of makes me think about you all and makes me think about myself. What are my spiritual gifts? What are things that I can show up and provide and offer and just give away freely because it's been given to me? And I started thinking, do I know what my spiritual gifts are? And if I do, then do I use them regularly? Do you know what your spiritual gifts are? If you're not sure what your spiritual gifts are, there are tests out there that you can take. Now, today we've actually linked one of those tests here. Whether you're on YouTube, you can check it out there, or wherever you're listening to this, there should be a link there, or I'll give you the address. It's giftstest.com. So that's gifts with an S, test.com. That's a great place where you can kind of fill out this little survey, and it'll kind of help shrink down some of the areas that you're most gifted in. And if you want to read about it more, like what are spiritual gifts and how does this work, you can find information, of course, in the Bible. Paul talks about them in 1 Corinthians 12 and also again in Ephesians 4. The list in 1 Corinthians 12 is pretty extensive, nice and long. And then there's a shorter little version in Ephesians 4. Go check those out and ask yourself, what am I gifted in? What are my spiritual gifts? And am I using them? Maybe there's one that you really, really want. You know that you can actually pray and ask the Holy Spirit to give you that gift. And He might. He absolutely might. Or it might be a few years before He does. Or maybe it'll be 20 years before He does. But the reality is that we are set apart to do good works. And through those works, or to do those works, we are empowered to do them. Like He gives us the ability to do those things. That's inside of us, instilled in us. So my encouragement to you today, you guys, is to check this out. Go find out what your spiritual gifts are, read about it, do the test, and then ask yourself if you're utilizing and pressing into those gifts. And if you're confused about any of this and you want to talk a little bit more, you always can email me at shannon@livingwordoakarbor.com. All right, you guys, have a great week, and I'll see you next week.